There are some places that we should never go. Some things we should never see. And sometimes the scariest monsters aren't lurking outside in the dark, but hiding in plain sight, watching us from inside our own homes. In today's video, I will take you through the tales of houses with deadly secrets and rooms that shouldn't exist. Because there are some doors that we should never open. If you dare enter this channel, then please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. On the edge of a sleepy village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering cornfields, stood an old farmhouse. For generations, it had been home to the Baker family. Each window seemed to hold a secret, each room a memory. But one part of the house remained locked away, hidden from curious eyes. It was a place where shadows danced and whispers echoed, a place known only as the Forgotten Room. Adam Baker, a young man on the brink of adulthood, had always been curious about the house's secrets. While his parents saw the Forgotten Room as nothing more than an old storage space, Adam couldn't help but wonder what lay behind the weathered wood door. He'd heard stories from the village folk about strange occurrences in the house, inexplicable events that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. But his parents dismissed their tales as nonsense, urging him to focus on his life instead of dwelling on old wives' tales. However, when his parents left for a long weekend trip, Adam finally had the chance to explore the Forbidden Room. Armed with a flashlight and a pounding heart, he crept up the creaking stairs to the attic, where the Forgotten Room lay hidden. As he reached out to knock, a sudden gust of wind rattled the windows, and the old house groaned as if warning him to turn back. But curiosity had taken root in Adam's mind, and he couldn't resist. He pushed the door open slowly, bracing himself for whatever awaited him. Instead of finding dusty boxes or cobwebs, Adam was met with a blast of freezing air, so cold it felt like stepping into an ice bath. The temperature change was so abrupt that he stumbled backward, knocking over a nearby lantern and sending shards of glass tinkling to the floor. With trembling hands, Adam re-entered the room, determined to uncover the mystery. What he saw before him was nothing like he'd imagined. There were no windows, no source of light. Yet the room was brilliantly illuminated, as if lit from within. And that's when he noticed the blueprint. Faded ink on aged paper, it detailed the layout of the house. But there was one room marked that didn't match up with the reality of the house, a room with peculiar markings and symbols that he'd never seen before. It was then that Adam realized he wasn't just looking at a blueprint, but a key to the house's history, a map leading to a room that shouldn't exist. Guided by the blueprint, he returned downstairs and into the kitchen. Here, amidst the familiar clutter of everyday life, he searched for clues. His gaze fell upon a chipped porcelain plate, its design matching the symbols on the blueprint. He traced the markings with his fingers, feeling a strange connection to the past. As he did, the wall behind the plate slowly revealed its secret, sliding inward to reveal a narrow passage. Beyond lay a staircase, spiraling down into darkness. With each step, the temperature dropped, sending shivers down Adam's spine. At the bottom, he found himself in a small, dark room, its walls adorned with the same enigmatic symbols he'd seen in the blueprint and on the plate. Etched into the floor was a pentagram, its points reaching toward 5 unlit candles placed around it. But what truly captivated Adam's attention was a wooden chair placed in the center of the pentagram. On it sat a porcelain doll, its eyes seemingly gazing directly at him. As he approached, he noticed that the doll's head was tilted slightly, as if listening intently. Then he saw it, a faint smile playing on her lips. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Adam decided to investigate further. He examined the doll, trying to determine its age or origin. Its clothes were tattered, its porcelain skin marred by time and neglect. But it was the doll's hair that truly disturbed him. It wasn't the silky, lifeless locks he'd expected. It was real. Long, tangled strands that seemed to whisper tales of a bygone era. As he reached out to touch it, the doll's head snapped toward him, its eyes wide and vacant. Startled, Adam jerked his hand back. Was it the flickering light playing tricks on him, or was the doll actually moving? Dismissing it as his imagination, he continued his investigation, searching the room for answers. But the room yielded nothing, offering no explanation for its existence or the doll's presence. Just as he began to lose hope, he noticed a loose floorboard. He knelt down and gently lifted it, revealing a hollow space beneath. Inside, he found a diary, its pages filled with faded ink. As he read, he realized that the diary belonged to a woman named Eliza, who'd lived in the house over 100 years ago. Her entries spoke of strange occurrences in the house, inexplicable events that mirrored the stories Adam had heard from the villagers. But it was one entry in particular that chilled him to the bone. Eliza wrote of a ritual she planned to perform in a hidden room, a ritual to contact spirits and unlock the secrets of the house. The ritual required the use of a pentagram and a porcelain doll, which Eliza believed could serve as a vessel for the spirit world. She described placing the doll in the center of the pentagram and chanting ancient incantations. And then came the warning. Eliza wrote of a malevolent entity she'd encountered during the ritual, a being of pure darkness that sought to trap her in the room forever. She spoke of sealing the room with magic, encasing herself within its 4 walls to prevent the entity from claiming her. With trembling hands, Adam closed the diary, his mind racing. Could this be the reason for the room's existence? Had Eliza been trapped there all those years ago? And was the doll somehow connected to her disappearance? Suddenly, the air grew colder, and a gust of wind slammed the door shut behind him. Panic surged through Adam as he turned, realizing that the door had vanished, leaving him trapped in the room with the doll and the diary. He pounded on the wall, his cries echoing through the empty space. Then he heard a whisper, a voice as cold and still as the grave. "You shouldn't have come here," it hissed, slithering closer. "Now you'll never leave." Adam screamed, his voice echoing through the chamber, bouncing off the unforgiving walls. But his cries went unheard, his pleas for mercy unanswered. And in the dimly lit room, the doll seemed to mock him, its porcelain face twisted into a cruel grin. As the darkness closed in, Adam understood the full weight of his discovery. The Forgotten Room wasn't just a relic of the past. It was a prison holding not just memories, but a malevolent presence that had claimed yet another victim. He had stumbled upon a secret best left buried, a truth that some doors are better left unopened. Now he was trapped, held captive by the secrets of the house, doomed to join Eliza in the silent embrace of the Forgotten Room. So now it's time to make your voice heard. Share your thoughts, experiences, and stories in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching.